Well, this was quite unfortunate but honestly not surprising. Just this morning, Atelier Resleriana's global server just announced the end of service. From their Twitter, "Dear players, thank you for playing the global version of Atelier Resleriana, Forgotten Alchemy and the Polonite Liberator. We sincerely appreciate all your love and support for the game. It is with a heavy heart that we announce the global version of Atelier Resleriana, Forgotten Alchemy and the Polonite Liberator will stop all in-game purchases on January 27, 2025 and cease all operations on March 28, 2025. Leading up to the end of service, we have some events lined up for you to enjoy until the very end. We would like to extend our sincere gratitude to every one of you for being a part of our game, and we are truly sorry for this abrupt notice. Once again, thank you for playing Atelier Resleriana. Although this marks the end of a chapter, we are nonetheless still committed to creating and developing games and for our players, and we hope to see you again in future Atelier works. The tweet links to the website, which has this additional statement. Thank you for playing the global version of Atelier Resleriana. It is with deep regret that we inform you that the global version of Atelier Resleriana will be ceasing operations on Friday, March 28, 2025 at 11 o'clock UTC+8. Ever since the launch of our service, we have placed our players' enjoyment as a top priority by constantly refining the game with diverse events and ongoing improvements. However, after assessing that we are unable to continue these pursuits at a satisfactory standard for our players, we have made the difficult decision to end our service. To all our players who have been with us on this adventure, we sincerely thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed this journey as much as we did. Although service will end on March 28th, we have some events lined up for you to enjoy until the very end. Please read on for details about the schedule leading up to the end of service. Then it goes into detail about the events that run until the game's closure, who cares honestly. So, what went wrong here? The big elephant in the room was popularity. Despite bearing the Atelier name, which became much bigger in the JRPG sphere following the success of the Rising trilogy, Atelier Resleriana never really got off the ground. Despite Koei Tecmo and Gus treating it as if it was a mainline entry in the series, it was very much a stopgap until Gus could release Atelier Ubia later this year, which is the next big step in the series. Then there's the other new game, Atelier Resleriana, The Red Alchemist and The White Guardian. This game is also scheduled to release this year, being set in the same universe and no doubt using many of the same assets, so there will be another way to experience the world of the game through a different lens. You probably know they screwed up as one of KT's tweets about it mentioned it being an offline game with no gacha system. We'll see how that pans out, no exact release date specified. In the meantime, I guess that means one less gacha game I have to pay attention to. While I did really like the characters, both guest and original, what killed it for me was the meh combat. Mediocre dungeons with no freemium gameplay, which has become more common, Resleriana instead opting for an on-rails system, and the abysmal gacha with paid banners and really shitty ticket system that meant you had to choose between fulfilling any pity build-up or expensive summer costs. That's my true, final opinion of the game. What did you think of Atelier Resleriana? Are you sad to see it go, or glad that Koei Tecmo are probably realising that we can't really operate a successful Atelier gacha, because yeah, this wasn't the first time we tried this? Leave a comment down below. Subscribe for more content. Next will be a game more expensive from regular viewers. This was an emergency upload.